Hello and welcome to episode 8 of configuring the MM-Tek topology. Okay, so now what we want to do is go back and actually restrict our ASA so that it just allows traffic to the web server. And what I've done here is I've gone into the logging server here and consoled into that, and I've opened a PowerShell window, and I'm doing that so that I can track ping. And so I'm going to ping from this PowerShell window here to 10.12.03. So that's this device here, the Europe Web. I've also gone in and opened a browser window and have browsed to 10.13.03. And you'll notice here that I didn't go back and set this particular device up. So it still says, initialize. I just haven't set the WordPress stuff up. But really that's not that important as far as getting the website to be, fully functional. It's just, can we browse to it? And yes, we can. So we can currently ping to it and browse to it. And that's what we're trying to demonstrate here. Now what we want to do is go back to the console of our Europe ASA, and we'll go in and let's get into global configuration mode first. And now we can do a show run. Obviously, if this was a router, you wouldn't be able to show run inside of global configuration, but you can do that inside of the ASA. And so if we look at our access list, so somewhere here we should have, yes, right here we are. We have access list out in extended permit IP any. And I'm going to do a Control C on that to copy. And I'm going to do no and right click, and that's going to take that ACL off. Then what I'm going to do is I should probably just type this all out so that it's less confusing, but I'm really lazy here. So we're going to permit TCP from any device outside to 10.12.0.3. So we're permitting just TCP traffic that equals port 80 or www. Access list out in. We're missing the keyword host here. Okay, so it's access list out in extended permit TCP any host 10.12.0.3 equals www. And so if we go back here, you'll notice that we can no longer ping. So I did this -T here so that after the ping, so that as soon as that happened, you would see that. But if we go back here and reload this page, we're still able to get to there. So we're not able to ping now, but we can get to our web traffic, or get to our web server. And so that's what we're looking at here, is doing this for each of the devices that's on this topology, for each of the ASAs that's on this topology, because we want the web traffic to work, but we don't want for somebody be able to ping that particular web server. And so you can do lots of different things with the access control list with the extended ACLs. So that's just kind of a single example of what that access list looked like. So other things that I would say here in terms of access control list, and the reason that I went ahead and put the totally non-restrictive ACL to start with is that this topology is complex. There's a lot of different things going on, and your first order of business is to make sure that you can access everything from everything else. it is really, really confusing to go in and start putting ACLs before you know that you can actually ping to and browse to everything on your topology, because if you do, you don't know whether your ACL is working or not working. You can assume it's working, but really it's the fact that you actually can't access from one point of your network to another. So your first order of business before you put access control list in is to be able to ping to and browse to everything that you need to demonstrate on a topology. Do that first, and then as soon as you're sure that everything is functioning, then you go back and you put the access control list to block the traffic that you want to block. Okay, so I think this is going to be a very short video, but that will help you with sort of dialing in your access control lists.